in the path. Love number 2. Love. I'm going to sing. Oh, I'm going to sing. Love is moving me. Yes, that's right. Love is moving me. There was a beautiful song that Ricky Bebe used to sing at Agape. Love is moving me in a simple way. Love is moving me, shining like the sun, warming up my day. Love is moving me on my way. Shining like the sun, warming up my day. Love is moving me on my way. Love is moving in my heart in a special way. Love is moving in my heart in a special way. Shining like the sun, warming up my day. Love is moving me on my way. Boy, Ricky would be like, boy, get out the choir right there. So love. Today, this is February, the declared month of love. Hey, everybody, thank you for joining. Thank you for streaming in. I'm so grateful that you're here. And today's talk is about love. Love number 2. Not that there's a number 2 love, but that this is the second talk on love. Last week was the first talk on love. We're going to be doing love all month long. And this is a Facebook Live, Instagram Live, YouTube Live, and under the auspices of Rythmia, Life Advancement Center in Guanacaste, Costa Rica. And so I want to tell you a little bit about all the love that's going on at Rythmia, and then we're going to start talking about love. So it's all going to be love, 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 love. So Rythmia. This week at Rythmia, Jack Canfield. Jack Canfield is at Rythmia this week. What an amazing man. Really like one of the greatest of all time, really. And such a humble and sweet and authentic and vulnerable person. And so I got to spend some time with him. This is his 3rd or 4th time at Rythmia. He's on the board of directors as well. And I get to hang out with Jack Canfield. And everybody at Rythmia is hanging out with Jack Canfield. It's pretty freaking amazing. Pretty amazing. And what they're doing is not just hanging out at Rythmia with Jack Canfield, but they're drinking medicine with Jack Canfield. And that medicine is helping individuals see who they've become, see the stories, the narratives, the limiting beliefs that we've become, the things that are holding us back, unhooking from those things, merging back together with their soul, merging back together to a state of wholeness. And then, and if you're interested in finding out about plant medicine, about seeing who you become, merging with your soul, healing your heart, having this soul merger, you want to find out about Rythmia. And if you're on YouTube or Facebook, there's a number right there. I'm pointing to it. And you can call. If you're on Instagram, you can look it up at rythmia.com. And so one of the things that happens at Rythmia is love, a feeling of love. People feel this love. We work with a plant medicine called ayahuasca. And ayahuasca is a feminine energy. And this feminine energy showers people with love. It's the love of a mother that we feel. Have you ever felt in your life a sense of unconditional love? Have you felt, maybe it was the birth of a child, maybe it was a time in meditation, maybe it was a time in ceremony, maybe it was a time in nature, maybe it's just the wag of a dog's tail, when you just felt an overwhelming sense of love. I want you to take a moment and just think back to a time when you felt so connected, so blissful, so at one with life, that you felt this deep sense, deep abiding sense of love. That is the connection that we all strive to feel. And that is the connection that's available to us at any time. So in this month of love, I want to talk to you about love. And how is it that the universe is made of love? How can we say that? How can you say the universe is made of love? How can you say that everything is based on love? How can you say that the universe is loving? Well, here's how I can tell you that I know that the universe is loving, because we were given this gift of life, a gift of life. Life is a gift. And we were given this gift, no strings attached. There's no condition. No, like, well, I'll give you this gift of life, but you got to do these things in order to. No, it's like, here it is. You do with it whatever you want. Hey, Pear, good to see you, brother. I was talking to your uncle at Soulshine. What a cool dude. This gift of life was given to us with no strings attached. And that is the definition of unconditional love. That we live and move and have our beingness in a field of love. How do we, with no attachment, no condition? And that it is from this, and that I can do whatever I want with this life. We can do whatever we want with this life. That is the definition of unconditional love. And that's how I know that the universe is based on fundamentally rock bottom love. It's also based on law. It's law and love. The love and the law. What is the law? The law is simply, it is done to us as we believe. That is the law. The law is that the universe is reflective. It just reflects back to us what we're putting in. That's another sign that it's love and law, because that's loving. That's unconditional. Like, you can do whatever you want. I'm just going to reflect back to you what you're putting in. That's the truth of the universe. That's the truth of medicine. That's the truth of ceremony. That's the truth of life. It is done to us as we believe. Life is simply reflecting back to us what we are putting in. It's like a mirror. When you stand in front of the mirror, you don't have to pray to the mirror to reflect at your image. Oh, please, mirror, reflect the image back to me. You don't have to persuade it or manipulate it or cajole it or do all the right stuff. You stand in front of the mirror, bam, that image is coming back to you, right? Right away. You don't have to do anything. That's the nature of the universe, and it's loving. But when you say, well, I'm not experiencing love right now from the universe, fundamentally, it's lawful. Law and love. So if we're not experiencing love, it's time for us to look within and see what is being reflected back to us. So life is the only thing that creates. Life, God is the only thing that creates. That's the only thing that has the creative power. And you and me, we're a part of life. We're a part of God. And therefore, we can create because we have that creative principle within us. We are creating. We're with that universal power, and it is reflecting back to us what we're putting in. So we get to look back and take responsibility for our lives. This is a hard spiritual truth. It's love and law. Thanks, Monica. Monica says, thanks. It's love and law, the hard spiritual truth. So how is it that I take responsibility for everything that's happening in my life? Well, on a fundamental level, anything outside of me that is causing me pain, suffering, or in some way is causing me to feel unbalanced or out of tune, anything outside of me that's causing me to suffer is a symbol of something inside of me that's seeking to be healed. That's the truth. It is done to us as we believe it on a fundamental level. If I'm not receiving love and from the universe, then there's something within me that is looking to be healed. So if I'm not receiving love from the universe, it's not a bad thing. It's good news. It means there's some work for us to do. It means that there's something for me to look at within me. How can I say that the universe is reflective? It's you don't say that a child that was abused is responsible for their abuse. That's not what I'm saying. But that child that was abused grows up to be an adult, and they can take responsibility for the way that they are interpreting and responding to the external stimuli of life. That's our ability to respond to life is our responsibility. We are responsible for the only thing that we can be responsible for, which is how we react, how we respond, how we reply to the percussive experiences of life. Am I looking at life like life is against me and it's not loving and this is unfair? Or am I looking at life like, life, what are you asking of me? What is being asked of me in this situation? When I come at life from a fundamental sense of love, that life is loving, that the universe is a loving environment that is constantly working on my behalf, then I can take responsibility for the experiences that I'm having and ask, what is seeking to be healed within me? If this is what's being reflected back to me, what's seeking to be healed within me? That is the fundamental principle of love and law. And so this month, as we're reflecting on love, as we're reflecting on the law, this month we take the opportunity to really take an inventory of how we are responding to life. You know, I worked with a man in Ghana, Brother Ishmael Teta, and he said, when you're in the storm, you don't ask God, get me out of this storm. You ask life, what are you asking of me? What is being asked of me in this situation? And this is a powerful question. So another way that we can approach life from a fundamental perspective that the universe is loving and life is loving is by asking empowering questions. When we're in the thick of life, when the shift hits the fan, we can ask some empowering asked of me here. What is seeking to be healed here? What must I become in order to overcome whatever external circumstance is happening in my life? Hey, Faye, Cecilia, my sweet niece and goddaughter, great to see you. So when life is happening, when the inevitable shift hits the fan, I don't ask God, get me out of this. I ask life, what are you asking of me? What's being asked of me? What must I become? What must I release in order to overcome this? What is seeking to emerge here? These are empowering questions that take the responsibility. We take responsibility for how we respond to life. That's our only power. Viktor Frankl, who was a Holocaust survivor and author of the book Man's Search for Meaning, said that very thing. Now, this man was in the Holocaust. He was in a concentration camp. He lost his children. He lost his parents. He lost his brothers and sisters. He lost his wife. And he said that our only power, the only power that we have, is our ability to respond to external circumstances. That's the only thing that can't be taken away from us. The only thing, how are we responding? And when we take that power, we are actually working with the creative principle, God within us, to shift circumstances and conditions. Circumstances and conditions move, mold, remold, change, and completely alter when we take responsibility. Circumstances and conditions are not fixed. And so when we are experiencing a circumstance or condition and we take responsibility and ask empowering questions, those circumstances and conditions will mold and remold, shift and reshift, form and reform in ways that congeal to our intention. So that's the next piece, is that we are asking empowering questions. We're operating from a fundamental principle that life is for me, that God is for me, that the universe is a loving place. And then we set our intentions. What are intentions? Intentions are stepping stones. They are open-ended statements of where we want to go. They're not goals. They are an open-ended statement of where we want to go. And they are based in qualities. They're not based in end results like if $1 million in the bank, that's a goal. The intention would be quality-based. So that would be prosperity. My intention is prosperity. Healing from an illness, that's a goal. The intention is quality-based, vitality, health, vibrancy. So we start to work, we're in life. Something outside of us is signaling. If there's something outside of us that's causing us pain, something outside of us that's bothering us, that's a symbol of something within us that's seeking to be healed. We step into a place of responsibility. I'm taking responsibility for my ability to respond to this external stimuli. And now I'm asking empowering questions. Questions like, what must I become? What must I release? What do I already have? What's seeking to emerge? What is life asking of me here? What is being asked of me? We ask those empowering questions, and then we set an intention as to what direction we want to go in. I just had a call with a client a new client. It was a discovery call. And he was like, what's your intention? He's like, I want to have more time with my family. You know, I want to be able to meditate and pray, and I want things to go smoothly at work. And I was like, okay, so if all those things were already happening, what would you be experiencing? And he's like, I'd be at peace. I'd be focused. I'd feel clear. I'd feel accomplished. Attention, peace, clarity, focus, prosperity, accomplishment. So we set the intention, and that intention becomes a lightning rod. That intention becomes an attractor field. That intention becomes a receiver. Aloha, sweetheart. Great to see you. That intention becomes a receiver, because we're radiating that out. We're radiating out. What is my intention? Prosperity. My intention is health. My intention is vitality. My intention is love. My intention is peace. My intention is joy. What is my intention? I'm radiating it out, and I become a receiver for that energetic match to come to me. It's called the law of attraction, but it's really the law of radiation. What am I radiating out? So intentions help us to radiate out that which we are seeking to experience in our lives. And we're calling it forth. We're not only calling it forth, but we're actually creating it. How is that? Well, let's look at quantum physics. Are you excited about that? Yeah, cool. We're going to look at quantum physics. Quantum physics talks about, and engineering talks about, a toroidal field. That's an electromagnetic field that's emanating from all things. All things have a toroidal field, and they're measurable. Electromagnetism is an old scientific principle. It works in all sorts of ways for engineering, and as well as astrophysics, etc. So I'm not talking about anything woo-woo here. I'm talking about science. And the electromagnetic field is moves, its energy moving in a particular way. It moves like a donut around us, up and around. Think of a cylinder in the center, and it coming up and around is moving like this, and it's moving like this at the same time. And this is actually, dig this, this is actually Einstein's theory of special relativity. In my layman's thinking, Einstein's theory of special relativity says E equals mc squared. Energy equals matter. And so energy becomes matter. Matter is slow stored energy. And the toroidal field is the way in which thoughts become things. Thoughts are an energetic expression. They become condensed into matter. That's what Einstein's saying. Energy gets condensed into matter. Our thoughts are energetic expressions going out into the electromagnetic field and coming back to us as condensed experience. So the universe is reflective. It's reflecting what I'm putting in. And therefore, my intention is something I'm sending out into the electromagnetic field, and it's an energetic expression that through our work, through our practices, get condensed through the spiritual body, the emotional body, the mental body, and the physical body into concrete expression. That's what we call manifestation or creation. Some people call it magic. Okay? So it's all based on love. It's all based on free will. So that's what we're talking about this month, is love. February is a month of love. And we've been talking about how the universe is a loving environment that is constantly working on our behalf. And how do we know that? Because we were given the gift of life with no condition, with no selection. We can do whatever we want with it. And the universe is simply reflecting back what we're putting in. And so we begin to take responsibility for the things that are happening in our lives and how are we responding to them. We take responsibility by asking empowering questions like, what's seeking to emerge? What must I become? What is life asking of me here? And from those empowering questions, we set intentions, and those intentions become the creative medium in which we realize from a thought to a thing through the toroidal field. Well, that's a good talk right there. Thank you, Spirit. That all just came through. That's what we are working with, is love, taking responsibility, and working with the creative medium that's reflecting back to us everything that we're putting in. And we do that through intention and through the knowledge of the way things work in the universe according to quantum physics. Nemo, he just says, Ollie here from last week at Rythmia, sending you love from Northeastern Arizona. Hey, brother. Thank you, Ali. Thank you so much. Kambu, Holistic Healing. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I'm wishing you peace and richest blessings. May God bless you. May God keep you. May God shine his face upon you and bring you peace. And so it is. Love and light. Love and law. And we out.